Ani mentimi enko biemo atwa so efama Ghana for na fe yema ahwefo be 15 to 20 minutes be no nkomo.
Yes, akwasi me na say na ye bobo ne tewtew because enema ye pese ye kana na no pay no eye enema den kakra ye bebo ne tewtew for na afi ye hu de ebetimi aboa ama oman Ghana atimi akonanim. And don't forget Ghana na ye team no ye republic nation, and for that matter yenso ye wo ye ne yankasa ye nhehye ya ye de bu ye man.
Okay,
enye da ne da nyina na wo se ye de ye ho eto obi so na afi wo mu etimi detect ma wo man Ghana for na de ohaw kese e de bre o man Ghana yenso ye wo ye ndie e wo ye Ghana ye wo ye mra ene ye nhyehyede e wo ho a ye betimi adi so se de ye ntimi nko dictate emfamma ye
US
for a omwo US no is the same thing applicable to US for so say ye republic state na ye wo no also mjaye ne nya ya somdwe na wo bo bere ya sa ne ma we ne sabi ensamfun we ne enti enta ensonto na kwasi me woni ma bia me pese me no kenkan within the shortest possible time.
Okay,
and in time so no meko afi wale mpacho ma me picture one na ye hwade akwasi Ghana homosexuality eye ne na eba Ghana
na wo Ghana da
e wo Ghana da enti tama na mrofo ni di o my Ghana for so na homosexuality wo ho enti o de ban e bai
that time.
Yes, that time around
Ghana nya fa hudi
debi in the 80s
ntumu
ho enti o de ban e bai na tie homosexuality was offense during the British rule. And because it was an offense during the British rule, this was what they did. Ghana was under the British colonial rule. And for that matter, and I'm saying you colonial ruler, Ghana, yes, and pen for your mother say, bet me at this papa go from a jama of my Ghana. Homosexuality in Ghana was first criminalized under the Offense Act, the Person Act 1861. When Ghana was under British rule, the act was implemented in all British colonies. Following independence, Section 104 of the Ghanaian Criminal Code of 1960 criminalized unnatural carnal knowledge. Efritete akwasi broni pensono na criminal offense so oba ene oba beda na tienie say na tie o say the act was implemented in all British colonies nduni me kire e man bia Britain for this no sa act mra we na da ho e criminal act e tie da ho tieni o enye na ebe ye criminal act o sa bre no na say you your friends Britain edi wuso a sa mra we ne da ho eti enye na mra yi ba akwasi tie ane na ma beduru eye sa bre ya yempan su afedia atintese te me ko ne tenten because me niam na doso na afi wati ase yi na wo mba bia sabi enkofo bi o mu yare sika bo o mu dam epeso o mu chekere wo man no ekobo no fi yase eni mpanyimfo bi a because of security o madwene na da asofo wom na you will be shocked me beyi archbishops a o mu wo man Ghana eni wiase a o mu support gay and lesbian dia chiro and you call them pastors by their fruit you akwasi abofa you shall know them afa wale yenhwade within the shortest possible time in Ghana. And after Ghana Parliament Trasika said Debbie, and near my cost or my Ghana Muno, and Yadia Babu my Ghana. And for that matter, and Kofobi started say, hey, Jenny, ya Ghana for ya Jinyanku Ponsam almost about 70+% in terms of the population of Ghana. We believe in Christianity, and for that matter, the works of God must be practiced in Ghana. So therefore, and conformity original in 2021 after one picture 2 factors na yankenkan enie na sabriano na Alban Suman Babin ejina simpio so complaining vehemently against gay lesbian activities in Ghana. Okay, eti conformity yes yentina ho ne yenye sheepishly enyan na yenhwe activities dabi eti yebe sori ejina and conform enie picture 2 later that month 8 MPs in the parliament proposed a promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill 2021. Eti tunim senye san konfo nyansafo ya Some bill net that parliament is here, you're trying to say, and you're confirming that the by you.
Okay.
The deal the toast only say promotion of a proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill. Some go forward that this bill we buy. Number one, the 8 MPs were Sam Nate George, De La Soa,
okay,
Emmanuel Akwasi Bezra, Alhassan Suini, Retana Odole Soa, Helen Ntoso, and Roxanne Nelson Dafiamepo. They were all NDC people, as well as John Intim Fodro of the New Patriotic Party. Or your sofa. Nana Jim Wofie, it will no can 7 no home, and money 8. And after this our proposal we equal to Parliament. Are you getting the scenario? Good one day. Now for it, Abra bill ne kwa yepe bill ne mu nsem na kenkan bi no. Oni pa bia obe enforce. Obe say gay activities mu kena. Say ye TV so, say ye sponsorship, ye wo band wo ha. Yeah, the man. It's a building moon somebody been out the card to I just don't want to go there. Okay.
Trust me.
From 12 November going 2021, people started to stand against this bill. But ye maybe can send natural. Wale picture 4 factors on in November going 2021, people started to stand against the bill.
Picture 3.
Yes. On 30th November 2021. Akwasi Osei of the Mental Health Authority Ghana spoke in support of the bill. But what we saying? Yes, spoke in support of the bill, saying that homosexuality was abnormal and that a majority of LGBTQI+ people in Ghana claim to be queers because of peer pressure. Saki ono eye queer ene wo ho no. But what I say, eti eye namfo na din kofo ye dey ewuram. Na fe hwe manbofo no, those who spoke against the bill. Eti nyansani na kasa for the in favor of the bill. Afi ada sankwasefo na beba. Na me beyi omu kasa na kiro. Hwe. That day, Commissioner of Human Rights and Administrative Justice of Ghana, Joseph Whitehouse, told the Parliament to be careful on the bill, saying that Commission was neither for or against the bill, but that the bill risks putting advocates for human rights in danger of criminal prosecution. You are not for, you are not against. But the will be funny near to man. It is putting that persons in danger. Who for whom you are to send the panel for the near to one can say to danger. Papa, where you aware? Yeah, because obiti for bitu ma fa na kokko boapi.
No, omobo pampers.
Yes, any video na any class mentimi here because they are very sensitive. I come in my papa with white albi. No share. And ko fire for omutum, ama omutum ma to say heaven gate. And ko fu a omiye mema a pampers. Eti papa dey catch and say, "Sa Billy ye pasia and a tantamount to the health of and the right of these people." Obwa eyalo eyaza on kanokre or ya bonsam incarnate. Afei akwasi hwade. Other domestic people started to also support this papa whiter. Me can domestic afei Ghana for. Now almost somebody been say, "Wale afei domestic reactions picture 5." Shey Ghanaian Human Rights NGO Rectify Ghana called the bill an attack on our fundamental human rights. Yeah. Attack on fundamental human rights. Nemo, is it not attack on fundamental human rights? Yeah. I'm about pampers. Jimmy any part in Yayra. Tio, say I didn't say, yeah, but I'm a word Jimraso. No one to know it is an attack on your fundamental human rights. Okay, yes. Now, me found I'm a cock of me found two, I'm out to us, Sabi, who Joe Naya when I wear. And you must so bass when you're dear, more dear Puano Cronaba. I don't know any fundamental human right on that person. I'm out Utumu Kawana Wotuna, who Joe Naya, Nebino, you know, and no, any fundamental human right now said, but when Yansa we above Sampany Fui. The Ghanaian Human Rights NGO Ratify Ghana called the bill an attack on our fundamental human rights, stating that it would steal our freedom of speech and expression, right to privacy, freedoms of association and assembly, as well as right to health care, employment, housing and others. Akwasi sana bill neka. Say uye Ghana niya untimi ko ekojaya rohwe ewo hospital.
Yeah. So we bia.
Yes, tie me say. We Ghana nia. Emra na say.
Dabi.
We Ghana nia untimi ko hospital for bill. Na mo we gay.
Yeah.
Untimi si ho.
Untimi si ho. We gay.
O ti say.
Untimi nko.
Untimi ko.
Otokwa na bie na wo kwa pedro a.
Why? Nti doctor Ben obehwe utumu tokuro no wasa no ya de am. Doctor Ben.
Obema ni Jenny.
Yes, enti emra ne nka say we Ghana nia untimi nko hospital. Yes, we gay. Enti emra na sanctions na da gay for so. Put emra in correct perspective. Na yentimi position nsem na ye ba wo nyina wo mani afira because kadam na abo. Akwasi oto aso kasai. Was say the Humanist Association of Ghana called the bill an attempt to further oppress the LGBTQI community as well as allies, stating that Ghana's international reputation Ghana what you say has taken a big hit. Journalist Nana Ama Ajimai Asante said that she was stunned by the contents, the crudeness of the language, and the cruelty behind the bill. On 4th October, 17 prominent Ghanaians co-signed a statement against the bill. It's where you redeem Ghana. It's a bill, no? And professors stand against it. Now, let me take you to the other world.
International
reactions. After one picture says, the office of the the office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights said that adopting the legislation in its current or any partial form would be tantamount to a violation of a number of human rights standards, including the absolute prohibition of torture. Say a bill ni tuma na just ye tietie nipa fa ho
so
na nipa ni aboda wo krom ho no enyansa wo eno de won ka ho asem. The next person, Human Rights Watch LGBTQ director Grammy Reid said the bill was so onerous it beggars belief and that it represents a witch hunt against LGBT people in Ghana. Amnesty International, I mean, I won't deal. Maybe
Geneva patent.
Yes, maybe Amnesty International called for the Ghanaian Parliament to immediately withdraw the bill, saying that it say my network or say yes. Amnesty International called for the Ghanaian Parliament to immediately withdraw the bill, saying that it gravely contravenes the principles of equality and non-discrimination, the right to freedom of expression. Freedom of expression.
International reactions.
Yes. 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 A burden on the Ghanaian.
Yes. And your import restriction bill.
Yes. Uti woman that get your mobile. More Uti woman can say a Mrana Modiba Ghana taxes the doors. A burden the ordinary Ghanaian. I just say and sweet and a becase to move and you about foul or fashion and your freedom of a expression. Next person way. Where a casa. Who found no kubato? Who found no kubemato? Where your freedom of expression and your bad dinner. A cost of mine, no woman, only a beer.
Now, something that first a patent and all
and yeah, would ye I think software almost supporting gay lesbian relationship. Make me now. Was it okay? While I picture 7, I feel a dini or a diable bachelor, not for one casa judge. Archbishop Emeritus of Cape Town, Desmond Tutu, compared the bill to apartheid and talk about Bonnie. Desmond Tutu compared the bill to apartheid, saying that I'm absolutely, entirely, and completely certain that God wouldn't be homophobic. Nyankopon onye nipa wo be fasekan ade anibre asin for so me all in the name of say obi eye lesbian. Archbishop of York Stephen Cottle and Bishop of London Sarah Mulali condemned the bill. Archbishop of Canterbury Justin Welby initially said he was gravely concerned by the bill. However, later apologized for the statement, saying that he had no authority over the Church of Ghana. Now would I want any? Back to withdraw that statement. Now, in all this, I'm not the parliament. But what I say, it's acquire kwasansa in the sense that you piakwa nim ni pia batire you piakwa nim ni pia batire and nyansafo ntimi ntnase and take proper decision as to the passage of this bill. Hana ye multi-billion question. Now kwasi me be ma example bi no ahwade sisia. Me do ko omanya ye friend Uganda Museveni our your president tama na aye Britain for a control aye Uganda that same bill no almost so at the sataboni bi to so say nobody can practice homosexuality with Uganda. Now we dey see here and no na Uganda aye Uganda for timi hold on to this perception and this idea o pass emra aye hash we a sexual activity in terms of gay lesbian you can't walk in Uganda ye chiwa asemato. Now we abro mu yo majeso mu pass emra no wie ye no some of the negative forces are free all the European countries by Uganda so me dey be becho for when you hwa de wait and na Ghana any other African countries any secret ni hwe there are two Uganda for afa wale picture 8 yankinkan. The United States imposed economic sanctions against Uganda in June 2014 in response to the law, a law passage of the anti-gay bill. I call so. Okay. What is here? Now, in the law, the World Bank indefinitely postponed a $90 million aid loan to Uganda, and the government of Denmark, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Norway halted aid to Uganda in opposition of the law. The Ugandan government defended the bill and rejected condemnation of it, with the country's authorities stating President Museveni wanted to demonstrate Uganda's independence in the face of Western pressure. Oh, pressure. Eti sikapia ya de ma obia. Ye fama obia. Ye be hodu. Enie. Na Ghana ne kewu. This is the secret behind. Because you to tell your cash crop. Yes. Who could get loan? Our IMF. Who could get 1.2 billion, 800 million. Yes. Secret my. It is a sense that also be able to talk. Eti ahane bo mu immediate law passes our anti-gay bill. Sanction straight away from US. Now the US for you say they will impose economic sanction against you. It is just you know you be breaky. Number 2, any loan be a free US the Western world. Yes, the Western world or my accept gay. You be blocking all the advantages that we have from the Western world. You be na sabe bia so a loan the free loan bonus no kon ba ni na no mu na so participate. Exactly. It is a Ghana. Na not don't go for the sachet bill we the next day sanctions we e be Ghana because one timi am o bra papa am fan to papa and go for into problem ni na kwasi ye ka we ni na 53 countries in Africa with him Mako 38 agiatum say anti-gay bill no they will practice it. We say Nigeria agiatum. Yeah. And now we are US at the tab work say economic trade something. And they are two and Kurobi say so much agiatum say anti-gay bill mbe pass ya. And the economic and international trade no move on. Oma yiji wo mafrim. Na Niger ka ho, Uganda ka ho, other countries bi ka ho yaji wo mu e de afrim. Na kwasi in 2009 December and na ambassador for Uganda wo free Uganda eco visit Pope the 16th Pope Benedict. Yes, Pope Benedict okon ho no okon ho no omdi nkomo wonu say Pope so second day say anti-gay bill no ya dia emo okay after wale Pope second day no enie Pope Benedict ogitum say anti-gay bill no enya dia be bo my Pope na mini panisia nem me say hwene ye clarika no e bo mu keke wo akwase enie Pope Benedict the 16th received the Ugandan ambassador in Rome in December 2009 and commended the climate of freedom and respect in the country towards the Catholic Church. Catholic Church. During this meeting, there was no mention of the bill, the LGBTQI bill. Now, 3 days earlier, however, the Vatican legal attaché to the United Nations stated that Pope Benedict is opposed to unjust discrimination against gay men and lesbians. He is opposed to unjust discrimination of gay and lesbian. No, they can't have a Pope support a gay and lesbian, all in the name of human rights. Now to the multi-billion question, to Ghana's Parliament House, Ursula Owusu. When was the last time who said, "Yeah, I want to video and can you pay?" Just yes, 1 minute. Just few. Yes, more than the cost. Now for me, taking assessment of Nekasa and Parliament House.
And I think we raised this when the committee was considering it, that the proposed amendment in 3C may create unintended consequences, because sexual intercourse between a man and an inanimate object or a woman and an inanimate object would necessarily include sexual intercourse with all manner of aids that couples use to enhance the sexual experience. And I'm not sure if that's what the intention of this bill is. It would necessarily include sex toys and other aids that couples, heterosexual couples, also use to enhance the sexual experience. So if that is what the House intends, then we have to be clear in our minds that we may be criminalizing activity which may not necessarily be limited to only those LGBTQI community that's the target of this bill is. But it may also be targeting straight couples who use sex enhancement tools to enhance their sexual experience. So we need to be mindful of what the unintended consequences of 3C could be. And I'd propose that 3C be deleted from this amendment. Thank you.
Okay, I am a little bit disappointed. Me mame Ekufu. Number one, or say, I want for the other sex enhancement objects.
Yeah.
Edida, a palpable falsehood.
Okay.
Tienye, or say, I want for the sexual enhancement objects. The Kawumawari who edida, a palpable falsehood. Number one, Mami Betty Jina Nukunim. I'm a nukunu afa sex toy upload again or bound. Not sex toy in 7 Beman, was so a yes, ya. Nanukunu asom ewo ban no ho e dia bewura na nan sabi
onye be so nka
me patwa kwasi enya no kreda na onim eye position na kura ne ntia eti ama mpanyimfo bi asabi na wo mo nimdie afo ma yese nkwala akwasi me se mami Ekuful owo ma wonim se ahode e woni pa ho sex toy mami no educate ne ba se ne ba ene ne baba omumfa eye sex toy enda obeyesa
even loba krona be ma de send mema mami grempe
mami sex mami Owusu esla o educate ne kuru se woni ne mfa eye condom empona ompene ayesa nka ontimi wo ba
obeka se tofin wo hwe se eyi se ho anye de tofin se wi loba ne free
I am highly disappointed about the name Waka. The Waka in Ayatro, but because of politics in a frayani, you who be no credit that near the Nocrato. Why the catcher as who say, I want for you just sorry them catcher, they say, you know what I say as usual, Yamano. Yet the sex twice account, Boboa, and you know credit now what you are sorry them debia. Now we need power corrupt. Now, absolute power corrupt, absolute people are more my Ghana. I am a little bit disappointed when it comes to issues like this. The Bena Ghana become Ghana. The Bena Ghana Penfo become Monsieur Yansa, a judge of my Ghana. Emma Adia yet Chiwa dear, and we are dim person of Matiano, and conformity at Tinaso. Now my Ghana Tina Conanim. Woman, I politics. Now me catch that when His Excellency another Danka Kufado. Bill Way on signed that the next 1 year, no Jawako. want me?
I'm about to choose say
yes, because force na ekura no.
Speaker say your boss say Antonio Munko Christmas break you know. On be pass the bill.
Na speaker na pass. The finance signature no is from the president.
Omo wi na be assent.
Yes,
as I say he was sent or reject the bill.
Yes, na be bill na enya bill. E ho na ye behwe. Na onim nkofo e wo behind the scenes a wo ne na danka Kufuado e kasa. E bi na etutu nkofo te se suntu bia na osle e kasa bi no. It is how the taboo to sexual enhancement objects so. Osle say it will affect them. And I want it. More nti sa sex toy na broni no toy na ya no te se ma ase no. Be ma yan kram na Ghana na me man to. Me ani wo mu na. It's up to them. By their deeds.
Any oba no ba da be man be me den.
Yes, nti by their deeds. Na se nipa wo now den oni ntabo na eda. Na Esla se wo ye minister. Sebi wa di yeso wo ye MP. No wo se sa de we eya. By their deeds we shall know them.
Okay, we are using just 5 minutes to pick up the calls. We have just 10 minutes now.